Hey, beautiful Baba babes. How we doing out there? Hey, Sayel. Did I pronounce that right? Sayel Rose. It's a beautiful name. Let me know if I butchered that. I don't want to butcher that. That's gorgeous. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the Baba broadcast. Happy Saturday. Happy end of week. Beginning of a new week. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so grateful to be here. Hi. Okay. I cannot see who's watching, so if you are here, please leave a comment so I can give you a warm and loving hello. If you are new, definitely leave a comment and introduce yourself. We want to give you a big warm welcome to the Baba Babe community. And if you're returning, you're an old hat, welcome back, and thank you so much for showing up every week and creating this beautiful community, this incredible network that we are doing every week. It is just growing stronger and more beautiful every time, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Angie. Hey, baby girl. So happy that y'all are here. Okay, so if you're new and watching and you don't know who I am, or you're new on the replay, my name is Ingrid Turner. I'm the founder of the Bhava Spiritual Mission. We are a digital church, and our goal is to help you live in partnership with spirit. It is to help you consistently move from fear to love, so that we can all do our part to expand our individual consciousness, step into our highest expression, and therefore raise the collective consciousness of the planet. It's a hell of a job, but you're up for it, right? Hey, Carol. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. Very, very happy. Hey, all, if you would share this out with your friends, with your tribe, people who you think would benefit, invite people to watch the live video, leave your comments, whatever we can do to boost this bad boy. That's really great. Let's increase our numbers and attract to us people who are on the same vibrational wavelength, so we can send these incredible messages, send this incredible energy out into the collective. Hey, Joanne. Hi, Rick. Yes, Carrie. Let's do this. Okay. So if you're not familiar with the format, today, every Saturday, I go live and we open up with prayer and healings for ourselves, for our loved ones, for the collective. We go into a channel. I'm going to channel a message live on this broadcast. I have no idea what's coming yet, not until I tune in. And we do human design and tarot. And then at the end, I do readings for anybody who would like to donate to the Bhava Spiritual Mission. Donate any amount. The link is in the description of the video. And as a big old thank you, I will give you a channeled reading along with tarot cards for the week ahead. What do you need to know for the week ahead? Now, that being said, I had a really busy day today. Typically, the way that I structure my weeks is Saturday is like a work day culminating in the Bhava broadcast. So it's like my nuts and bolts shit, all my admin stuff. And then Sundays, I usually do all of my one-on-one readings. Well, I'm traveling tomorrow and Monday. I'm going to Maui for a week. I'm going to go be with my family. My mom and my brother and I are going on this like little family vacation together. We've never done this before. And so we're all really looking forward to it. So anyway, tomorrow's a travel day. So I thought, no problem. I'll do my readings on Saturday. And then I'll do the Bhava broadcast at the end. And I rather overestimated myself, and I didn't get the human design research done. So we're not going to be doing human design transits today. Tell me how you feel about that, because sometimes less is more. If you guys are getting a lot out of those human design transits and me talking about it, I want to keep doing them. But if it's kind of like we have enough with the channeling and the tarot, then I won't do them anymore. So tell me how you feel about that. I will take your advisement and I will carry on. But today I didn't get it done because I just packed too much in on myself. So we're going to channel divine spirit. We're going to pull tarot cards to deepen our understanding of spirit's message for us and understand in a more concrete terms the energies coming up for the week, like what to expect. What are we dealing with here? And then I will go into individual readings. And again, that's for anybody who donates to the Bhava Spiritual Mission. As a big old fat thank you, you get a reading from me on the live stream. And if you'd like to book with me directly, I can do the if you'd like to book with me and get like my focused attention for 30 to 60 minutes or longer, then go to my website, ingridhturner.com. You can book a private session there. And another thing, sorry, I'm done right after this. I am teaching psychic mediumship for free until October 9th. I have a new group that I created. It's a pop-up group. It's called We Be Psychic Bitches. Some of you here are a part of that group. It's in the description of the video. I couldn't link it, so you'll have to copy and paste it and put it into Facebook. But if you want to learn psychic mediumship, I'm giving you a decade of brain dump inside that group. Okay, so every day I'm posting tidbits in there. We're going to culminate with a 5-day masterclass. And that's going to take you through in a very logical progression, beginning to end, from psychic protection, preparation, all the way through the clairs, mediumship, and channeling divine spirit. And it's kick-ass. So go join that group if you want to be a part of that. The group closes on October 9th. So it's not up forever. I'm not going to be able to do it forever, but I'm doing it right now because it's a fuck yes in my body. So thank you for being a part of that and being, that energetic exchange. That's really, really fun. Okay. Sael would like me to keep doing the human design transits. Okay. That's fine. That's enough for me. I will put them back on the docket for next week. I just couldn't get it done today. So that's good. I'm glad that that's interesting. Hey, Bob. Hello, gorgeous. Right back at you. Okay. Carrie says yes to the human design trends. Okay. Sorry I didn't get that done today, folks, but I will next time. Next week. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, huh? We're going to start by grounding in, and then we will just dive into our prayer and our healings. Close your eyes with me if you're able to. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel the energy pool in your root chakra. And maybe it'll feel warm or tingly, or you'll just be aware that it's happening. Take a deep breath in and pull the energy from your root into your heart. Exhale and hold the energy in your heart. Inhale and pull the energy from your heart into your crown. Exhale and hold the energy in your crown. Inhale and pull the energy out of your body. Feel it connect with divine source energy. And with the out breath, pull that energy back into your body and into your heart. Breathe in and hold the energy in your heart. Breathe out and pull the energy down to your root. Breathe in and hold the energy in our root. Breathe out and push the energy down your legs and into your feet. Breathe in and hold the energy in your feet. Breathe out and push the energy into the earth. Feel that energy hook in with the earth's core and take a deep breath in and pull it back up towards your feet. Exhale. Inhale and feel the energy hit the soles of your feet and move up your legs and pool again in the root chakra and exhale into your root chakra. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for bringing us together today. Assist us in walking into this week grounded and present and full of gratitude, leading with the grace inside of our hearts. Let us be open to the divine wisdom that is always around us, to the divine healing that is always trying to reach us, to the divine love that truly radiates from us. Let us touch everyone who we come into contact with this week with the love of God consciousness. Let us expand our frequency and expand the frequency of everyone around us by being a shining example of living in partnership with Spirit. Help us get out of our own way and centered completely with the divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, at this time, I want to invite you to share your prayers. Put them into the prayer pot. We are going to share prayers and we are going to affirm these prayers. It's really powerful to say your prayers out loud in this particular energy. You take what is rattling around inside you, you take your intention and you anchor it in the physical. And when you anchor it in the physical, then you make it manifest. Your prayers will come true. Let go of the how, let go of the details, and send your intention and your love out into the collective. And let's bring some of those prayers up and let's affirm those prayers. All right, let's make it happen. Hey, Erin, I'm glad that you're on here. Nice to see you, gorgeous. We have Joanne. Did I say hello to you, sweet one? Yeah, share those prayers because this is juicy, juicy stuff. Okay, I will start with my own prayer. I would like to send out a prayer, particularly for my beautiful brother. My brother's been going through a really hard time, and I want to share with him, affirm prayer and divine healing to keep him solid and wrapped up in the light of God as he moves through this very difficult period of his life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for helping me affirm that for my beautiful brother. Okay, Angie, for ease in releasing what no longer serves me this week, let's affirm this prayer for beautiful Angie and send to her ease, energy, acceptance, and presence for her so she can let go of what is not serving her. Any thoughts, any beliefs, any energies, any emotions, anything in the physical that is not serving her and her highest expression. Beautiful, Angie. Thank you so much. I like Amy. Thank you. Let's affirm this prayer. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Let's pray for Amy. Pray for her lived experience right now, sending love and gratitude and peace to Amy, surrounding her in a shroud of divine light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. Is that it? Is that all we got for our prayers today, ladies and gents? Okay, that's fine. And sometimes we don't necessarily want to speak these things in front of strangers, then that's okay. You can leave a little heart so I know that you're praying, and you can say it out loud to yourself. That's really good. Bob says, bless the new coming into the world soon and let them know they have many surrounding in love. Oh, let's go ahead and that's a beautiful prayer, Bob. Bless the new coming into the world. Hold them, allow them to come in and feel the softness and the love that is surrounding them. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's affirm for Amy's daughter, her daughter's kidneys. Let's send healing prayers and healing energy to Amy's daughter. Surround this beautiful child in white hot light of the divine, searing away any illness, any sickness, any energy that is out of alignment with her highest expression and her greatest health. Thank you, Amy. We got you. Oh, good morning, Kay. Where are you hailing from? It's evening here. Sael says, calling in a prayer for my 3 sons and mother-in-law who are all suffering from disconnection from soul and spirit. May they come back into connection. Sending love, sending prayers for your 3 sons and your mother-in-law, that everybody comes into unity and community and love. Thank you so much, Sael. Hey, Sarah Love, here for a moment only. Praying for my bestie's dad. Her mom suffers from Alzheimer's and he's having a super rough time. Sending love and hugs to all. Hoping to be more present next week. Sarah, enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. I love you so much. Thank you for popping in. Let's affirm this prayer for her best friend's mom and her father, surrounding them in loving compassion, allowing them the ease of each day, the presence of each moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's beautiful, all. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's channel spirit. So when I channel spirit, if you are new here, I don't know what's going to come through. We're going to do a live channeling. I'm about to tap in and see what happens. I feel a lot in my body. I see a lot in my mind. Occasionally I get visitors. It just comes in how it comes in. Sometimes we get a teaching, like a broad teaching from divine spirit. Sometimes we get a tapping into the energies that are coming up for the weeks or months ahead. I don't know how it's going to go. So we're just going to tap in. And here's what I do want to say. You are a part of this channeling experience. Okay, I'm here on the screen. I'm opening up and I'm being sort of like the primary channel. But you and I activate each other. That's what channels do. We are drawn to each other, which means you have your own abilities. And I want you to be intentional in being open to divine spirit. That's why we ground it in, because we're all opening up to divine spirit. Whatever hits that you get while I'm channeling this message, any hits, any additions, any questions, any experiences you want to share, I encourage you to leave a comment, because I'm getting what I'm getting and what I'm capable of getting based on my lived experience. You're going to get what you're capable of getting based on your lived experience. And we're going to expand our understanding of the message from divine spirit today when we all chime in to the collective message, when we all chime in, when we all open up. And then you don't know what your comment is going to do for people who are reading, people on the broadcast, the live broadcast. I'll bring some on, we'll talk about it. We'll expand on the message, and people watching the replay or people watching quietly in the background. You have no idea that there's going to be a person or people who need what you brought through to tie it all together for them. so that it resonates and they get it for them. And that's what we're doing here. We're not here to be, our own like rock stars. We're here to get the hell out of the way and channel divine spirit and be of service through this activity, be of service to the collective. So thank you for being a part of it. Thank you so much. Hey, Maureen, I'm glad you're here. Nice to see you. Love the orange heart. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm opening up. Okay, here's my spirit guide Mons. I'm feeling a lot of energy in the head and the throat and the power center. Particularly, I'm really being drawn to the throat and the head more than anything. So I'm feeling a lot of pressure in the head. And the pressure in the head is telling me that too much in your head, too much in your head, too much thinking, Spirit is saying, too much thinking, too much thinking. He would like us to drop our energy into the throat. We can all do this together. Drop your energy from your head into your throat. He says that we need to be in the moment with our observations, with our understandings, the understanding, be in the moment with it. Okay, let me see if I can explain this. He's telling me that the brain is very important to the human experience. We talk about like getting out of the mind, getting out of the story. I know I do a lot anyway. He says what is damaging about the brain and the mind and how the mind works is it's out of the moment. But when the mind is engaged in the moment, that drops to the throat and we express our genius when we are fully in the moment with our mind. So what he's saying to me, the teaching that he's saying to me now, he's saying, don't mull things over too much. Go ahead and share your genius in the moment, because your genius is, the brain is activated. The genius that happens in the moment. When the expression of that happens in the moment, that's when your genius comes out. If you're thinking too much about things and turning things over too much, you lose your genius, is what he's saying. And that's so interesting because it flies in the face of what so many of us are taught, which is think before you speak. Don't just blurt it out. And here's the truth of the matter. Genius is disruptive. Genius is disruptive. So when you speak, you're a genius. When your mind is engaged in its fullest expression, and you get that light bulb, you have that observation, you have that perspective, and you pop it out, because it's disruptive, sometimes you're going to have the experience where people don't like it and they get upset. And those people might be, we've seen it, right? People get really triggered. They get really upset by somebody who just pops off with something that they're not really thinking about. It's just something that comes to them and they trust enough to, share it out. But we are so afraid of making a mistake. We are so afraid of being shoved out of the tribe, out of the herd, being so afraid of being ostracized. Spirit is saying that we have to find courage. Like a courage is in the moment in our expression. We have to find courageous expression is what I'm getting. He's telling me that the people on the feed right now, the live, and the people who are going to be watching the replay, there's things brewing in your mind, and you have to be present with it and express it as it wants to be expressed, as it sort of pops out of you, as it comes out naturally. Don't hold back nor express too prematurely. He's saying your genius is in the moment. And when you express that, it's going to be disruptive. Sometimes that disruption feels good because people are like, oh my God, that's amazing. I never thought of it that way. You are great and wonderful. And sometimes that is going to be disruptive in a way that doesn't feel good. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Hey, we're going to cancel you. You get to be a victim of cancel culture. But Spirit is saying that that's what Spirit is asking us to do right now, is be in the moment with the aha moments. The mind is a tool with the aha moments that the mind digs for, that the mind produces and digs up. I'm seeing a vision of diamonds coming out of the dirt, right? It's digging up diamonds. When that diamond comes out it comes. Whoom, out it comes. Joanne says, careless about what others may think. I'm not sure. Could you expand on that question? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure what you're asking, darling. I want to answer it though. I want to tune in and answer it for you. But I'm not clear on what you're asking. Yeah, careless about what others might think, but caring, do you mean caring about what others might think? Right. Yes, caring about what others might think because we are instinctual creatures and we're very much a herd animal. And so we have a visceral fear, a lot of us, of disrupting the status quo. Now, some people barrel into that fear and intentionally disrupt the status quo in order to face their fear and try and overcome that fear. Other people, hide from it and cower back and don't want to say anything because they are afraid of disrupting the status quo. So but if you're in the moment with expression, you're not going to have that fear. If you're in the moment with expression, you're not going to have that fear. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards and clarify this message further. And then after that, I will do some readings. So let me put the link up here. If you want a personal reading, donate any amount to the Bhava Spiritual Mission. And I'd be happy to do a reading for you on the live stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I love you so much. Amy says, when I conversate with people, they say, thank you. I was debating this, but the way you explain it helped me understand. Good. I'm really, really glad, sweetie. I'm glad that feels clear. Stay in the moment. Yes, that's it. Worry less about what other things. Be present and share without worry. And Joanne, I want to take that. Thank you so much. So let me pull your comment up here. So as this is helping me fine tune it as well. So what Spirit is saying is, if we are in the moment and sharing, we're not concerned with what others think. We're not concerned with how we look. We're simply sharing our genius because we're wired for genius. Everybody's wired for genius. That's what the brain is for. I don't care what your brain is doing. I don't care what kind of brain you have. Some people have a very linear intellectual mind. That tends to be the mind that's sort of prized in our Western society. Some people have a very creative and roundabout mind. Some people have a mind that is not as sharp as other people's. And, so it's all across the board, but every single mind is designed for genius. That's why we have a mind. It is how the inner genius pops up into the surface, into the conscious, and then it must be expressed. And if we are in the moment with our expression, we're not worrying about what people think. We're not worrying about what kind of impact it'll have. We are simply sharing our genius because we must share our genius. We must share our genius. So what Spirit is saying, what Mons is saying, is you have to stay in the moment in order for you to express your genius. Because if you're not in the moment and you start thinking about it, asking questions, trying to add to it, you lose your genius and you lose the expression of that genius. Let me know if that's making sense to everybody. I feel like I'm pulling something through that feels like kind of almost radical. It's like, God, what? Okay, cool. I hope I'm explaining it well. But yeah, so Carrie said, wow, just had this conversation with baby girl about avoiding questions at school because of her fear of being wrong or peers not understanding what she sees. Yeah. And, I imagine that your baby girl's a teenager, right? Or getting up there. That's a challenging period. We have this one, Phineas Dior, in the feed, and it's very spammy. Please don't engage with this person. In fact, if you would, if she's on the Facebook, on the Bhava Facebook, if you guys would report her, so we can get her off, that'd be great. No, just ignore that. Totally use that word lately, genius. Yeah, it's like feeling good, right? And the genius, we have a very specific way of understanding of how we think we understand genius, the term genius. But remember that genius comes in all forms. And they keep kind of harping on me that piece that every human is wired for genius. In fact, that's how we create our reality. That's how we contribute to creation, to the expansion of creation. Creation is always, always, always expanding. And it is us here through our genius, through the expression of our genius, that we do our part as God creator beings in continuing the expansion of creation. Amy says, yes, that makes sense. I've had previous experiences whereas I would not speak up. Right. And when we don't speak up, or when we feel like we can't, when we're not in the moment because we're worried, we're in the future worrying about what somebody might think if and when we speak, then we are clamping down on our God creator abilities. You're never not creating, but it's like kinking the hose so the water's just dribbling instead of a flat hose where the water is gushing. And spirit is coming in and saying, let it gush, let it gush, let it gush. Stay in the moment, stay in your genius. Everybody is here in that place, in that genius place, in that place of genius. Okay. Carrie says, yes, she's 11. She sees spirits. We just don't live in an area that understands this. Well, good for her. Yeah, it's fine. I love it. Good for her. And she won't lose that. She won't lose that, Carrie, with you as her mother. So what a blessing for her to be born into you, born through you. That's just great. Good, Amy. I'm glad that makes sense. Good. Okay, I'm glad this is making sense to everybody. Sometimes these messages come through and it feels like the way that I receive spirit, like I said, I feel a lot and I see a lot. I don't usually hear words. Like I'm not getting dictation. That's not how it works for me. I'm putting into words what I am feeling, what I am seeing, what I am sensing, what I am knowing. And I think I've gotten really good at it. And I'm generally good at language anyway. If you follow me, you know I'm a poet. I love words. And I think, maybe that's why I love doing this, is I get to be like exercise some of that creative lyricism and poetry in my channeling, but I don't hear the words. I don't even hear the words for poetry. I usually get images and feelings, and I might get one word or something, and then I sit down and craft the words around it. But so sometimes these things come through and I'm like, okay, I get it, but how the hell do I explain that? Hang on. This is one of those times. So thanks for bearing with me. Desert Wolf Star, love the power of words. Me too. I love words. Okay, I'm going to move into tarot cards. We're going to get a little bit more concrete in our message from Divine Spirit. If you would like a reading today, donate any amount to the Bhava Spiritual Mission, and as a big old thank you, I will do a reading for you on the week ahead, right here on the live stream. I'll channel and I will use tarot cards. Or one or the other or both, or I don't know. We'll just see what I'm being called to do. So thank you for that. But first, the collective. Okay, Spirit, what do we need to know? Amy says, I'm feeling sadness. I have an urge to cry. I am breathing love and light into the sadness. Yeah, Amy, let yourself have it, babe. You're going through a lot. You're holding a lot right now. If you're feeling the urge to cry, please let those tears out. Please empty yourself out. That's how you become filled with love, is you really empty yourself out and you let yourself feel your feelings, no matter how sad and dark and desperate it gets. Let yourself feel it deep in your body, deep in your body. You got this, honey. You are a beautiful, strong human. I'm so grateful that you're here. Spirit, show us the cards. What do we got? Share this out, loves. With your friends and family. Invite people to watch. We're having fun. Oh, I like the week ahead. Okay. Focus first and foremost on your intention this week. Set your intention, mind, body, and spirit. You know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, you know how you want to feel. When you know how you want to feel, drop that into your heart and move out from that place. Speak it into existence like prayer. Speak your intention as a prayer. Even if you don't know exactly what it looks like. In fact, in many ways, I think it's best not to know what it looks like, right? But speak how you want to feel and let the universe come in and fill in the details. All right, set that intention. When you set that intention, you set yourself up for a radical new insight, something you haven't thought of before. This is also a card about coming to understand what is yours and what is not yours in terms of your stories, beliefs, conditioning. Oh, I get it. Oh, I can let that go. I have a choice. You have a choice with what you think and what you believe. It doesn't feel like it. Beliefs feel like facts, but they're not. They're a thought. They're a thought. They're an idea. They're conditioning. And your intention, setting your intention this week, is going to result in some radical new insights and identifying shitty beliefs. We all got shitty beliefs because we come from a long line of conditioned people. We are all conditioned. It is not anybody's fault. It is just how things have gone down the generations. But what's magical about this time is that we're in a new earth. We're in a new energy. We get to change completely. Our children, Carrie, I think you can probably attest to this with your daughter. Our children are going to take us home as a planet, as a collective. You and me, we are the bridge, and we are doing the big work, setting the intention, doing the big work to make that easy for our children and our grandchildren. Mother of Wands, your personal power, Mother of Swords, big, strong, feminine energy. Look, big, strong, feminine does not mean not feminine. Big, strong, feminine means mama bear, means empowered, means sure, means confident. It means committed. That's some big, strong, feminine energy this week. Now, remember, feminine and masculine are an energy. So ladies and gentlemen, that feminine energy is deep inside your body. You feel the feminine energy deep in your abdomen. Ladies, it's going to be deep in your womb, welling up in your womb. Gentlemen, it's going to be in your abdomen. You don't have a womb, but you're still going to feel the energy there. That's still where the feminine energy is hanging out there. This feminine energy is a broiling. Think of water boiling. That's feminine energy. And as water boils, and it boils over the pot, it boils and it boils and it boils and it boils. And what happens is that feminine energy is magnetizing masculine energy to her. Masculine is the structure that houses that water, that boiling water. See, water, hot water, boiling water, any kind of water, it has no boundaries. Feminine energy has no boundaries. It will just keep going out. That's why we require a balance of the masculine to come in and create a container so the feminine energy can fill it up instead of just oozing out, right? Just continuing to ooze out. Let me know this is making sense. The masculine energy that's showing up is resources, it's pentacles, it's money, it's things we need, it's things we need to thrive and feel abundant and feel secure and taken care of. So your job, putting this all together, set your intention for how you want to feel. Recognize your stinking thinking and let it go. Let it go. Replace it with how you do want, what you do want to believe, what you do want to think. And then allow yourself to feel, to be in that feminine space. And you don't have to do the masculine. You have to be present with the now, the here and now, the feminine here and now. And this masculine energy, this structure will flock to you like a moth to a flame. Because here's the truth. At this time in our reality, it is the purpose of the masculine to support the feminine shining bright, shining so bright. I'm going to tell you a little story. Several years ago, well, let me back up a little bit. So my Achilles heel for my life has been codependency. I've been really working on my own codependency for years. And it's been slow. It just has. It's just been, that's the thing that I have been really clambering up that mountain. And I have gotten to a really good place with it. I still am super aware of it. And I'm aware of some codependent tendencies that I have, but I'm much, much better than I used to be. But it's been a long journey. At one point in this journey, my codependency has shown up with a lot of relationships that with, the opposite sex that have blown up in my face over and over again. This was particularly true when Pluto, thank you very much, was transiting my 7th house of relationships. And I have my natal Jupiter in that house along with Neptune. So It's a fucking hot mess for years, right? In that arena. Pluto's finally moving out and moving into my 8th house, which I don't know if it'll be much better, but we shall see how that goes. But anyway, a lot of lessons and a lot of deep digging in the relationship arena. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was really coming to understand viscerally about the feminine and the masculine, because that's what the energy we're playing in our relationships. And again, this is an energy, this is not gender. If this happens in same-sex couples and queer couples, as well as opposite gendered couples. Okay. And at one point, this relationship that I thought was really promising had started for me. And it blew up in my face in this really fucking lame way. And I was it had been like, this kind of thing, it just happened over and over and over again. And I don't remember what the scenario was. It was some pattern that was showing up that just kept happening over and over again. And I was feeling so frustrated by it because I did not know why I kept having this pattern show up. I kept dating different kinds of people and kept trying different things inside of this relationship to see if I could figure out how to work it, And I was so frustrated. I was driving in the car and I literally threw my frustration up to the universe. I said, "What now? Like, what?" And the word that I heard in my ear, the response was, all right, so what do I do? What do I do? What do I do now? The word I heard was shine. Shine. And when I heard that word, I got the full message. I just heard the one word, but I got the full message. I'll never forget that word, shine. And what Spirit told me that day is, it is the purpose of the masculine energy at this time to serve and support the feminine. And the feminine has to shine bright so the masculine can find her and house her and support her and create that container. And then it went further. Spirit said, the feminine receives and the masculine gives, and you have it backwards. Humans, all of us, not just me, all of us, we're all doing it wrong, right? Not wrong. We have it backwards, right? Notice that in relationships, and we'll just use men and women for simplicity's sake, but in relationships, one partner, the woman usually, will be giving. And the other partner, the masculine, will be receiving, and ends up feeling flooded by all of that feminine giving. And the feminine giving feels exhausted from all that giving and not allowing herself to receive. So that little channeling there was an absolute game changer. And I'm bringing it back to this week. And what I'm saying to you is, all you have to do is set your intention, be aware of your thoughts, reprogram it. It's easy this week. And then shine. Your feminine is expressed through where you shine. Your passion, your self-love, your commitment. What makes you truly happy? That is how you shine. And then, like a moth to a flame, the masculine will show up. This doesn't really feel like it's about relationships with other people. This is about the energy within yourself. I give you that example of, the relationships because that's how I came to understand this energy, was through Plutonian relationships. And I'll tell you something, for Pluto, you learn. My God, do you learn. So that's what this is about this week. All righty. All right, Amy, connecting so many dots. I'm so glad. I'm really glad to hear that. Oh, we have another scammer. This one, if you guys could report that if you're on Facebook. I don't know if it's easy to do, go ahead and report that. If not, just ignore it. But don't get a reading from those people. I'm telling you, I promise you. Okay, we're gonna go into readings. Okay, we have some people on our list. I'm just checking here, my loves. Let's see what we got. Da-da-da-da. Perfect. Okay, Carol, beautiful Carol. And I have some openings, so go ahead and donate for a reading if you would like one. The link is on the screen and it's in the description of the bio. And if you're not able to use PayPal, for some reason, some people are not able to use PayPal, but if you're trying to and you're not able to, let me know. I will throw my Venmo link up there. In fact, some people know my Venmo link, so let me make sure. I have just decided to do Venmo. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Carol. Where's our beautiful Carol? Carol. I don't know where you went. Anyway, you know who you are. Beautiful Carol. What does Carol need to know this week? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woohoo! Father of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, High Priestess, Seven of Swords, and the Emperor. Okay, my sweet, you have a lot of personal power, and what's happening is it's coming up to the surface, and your mind and ego is coming in and trying to squash it down. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of mind stuff and mind stories this week, but you have to know that your mind is lying to you. Your personal power, the depth of you, Carol, is inking up to the surface more and more and more as you do your work, as you continue to pursue with passion and gusto your love for divine spirit in whatever form that takes for you. It is all of that authentic, empowered Carol is coming up to the surface, and your mind is going to go to work on you this week. It's going to take you down into I'm not good enough, I can't do it, and it's going to take you into they're after me. I'm feeling too vulnerable. I got to shut down. This is not the truth. This is your mind telling you lies. Okay, it is lying to you. The truth of you is grounded, is secure in yourself, is confident in your body, in your physical existence, is in your mighty intuition, incredible intuitive abilities, which are going to feel really blocked by the stories. So when the stories come in, remember, my love, the mind lies. The mind is lying to you. You have an incredible intuition. Do not believe the hype of your mind and ego. It is only trying to make you small and more manageable because you are coming into your own. Okay. You are growing into, emerging into the radiant, powerful, grounded, intuitive human that you are. And when we do that, the ego starts to like throw a shit fit. It just does, because what we do is we put the ego in charge, because that's what we're taught how to do. We're taught to put the ego in charge, and it's way above its pay grade. Okay, way above its grade. I'm not bashing the ego entirely. The ego has a place. It's what gets us out of bed in the morning. It's what gets me up here doing this. It's what gets you watching us. You know, the ego definitely has its place. But when we put it in charge, it gets squirrely when we start to expand into a new frequency. And so, Four of Swords, rest your mind when you start to notice it going haywire on you. Okay, because it will this week. It's going to go haywire on you. And it's only because, you know, your power is showing. your divine humanity is showing. And so you need to do whatever tasks and exercises that work for you to get your mind back into a calm place so that you can continue to expand that frequency of yours. Any fear that comes up, vulnerabilities, not good enough, all those stories, please just remember that your mind is lying to you. It is not true. It's only because you are expanding, you're going through a big popping expansion this week. So just stay with the fear, stay present, and expand through it. You're doing amazing. Okay, thank you so much, Carol, for your support, for being here, for being in my life. I really love you, and I really appreciate you. Okay, next we have our beautiful Mr. Bob Becker. Hello, my beautiful friend. Bob, thank you so much. What does Bob need to know this week? What does our beautiful Bob need to know this week? Yes, it's nice to have a heads up, huh, Carol? When the shit kind of gets a little squirrely, it's like, oh, glad I know that. Because just don't believe your mind. What does Bob need to know this week? What does Bob need to know? Well, come here, you. What does Bob need to know this week? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Daughter of Swords, the Devil, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. 10 of Swords on the bottom. Okay. My sweet Bob, you have some shit coming up. You have some shit coming up, and that's okay. You're going to come to some really honest realizations that that is going to bring up some insecurities. It's going to bring up some, oh shit, oh God, that's in there. These are, you know, the devil represents our shadow. It's the pieces of ourselves that we don't like to look at, that we don't like to acknowledge. And we all have these pieces. And every so often life comes around, a cycle comes around, and these things are brought to the surface. They are brought up for us to evaluate and review with honesty, with accountability. And that's what's going to be asked of you this week. Honesty with yourself about your shadow. I'm picking up that these are going to be things that maybe some past experiences or decisions you've made, or maybe some of the ways you've treated some people in the distant past. We've all done this. We've all gone, ooh, okay. And so that's going to be coming up for you. So asking you to just be honest, but not critical. The Daughter of Swords, swords are about the mind, but the Daughter of Swords begins the master path of the swords suit, which is the mental suit. So this isn't about criticism. This isn't about taking you down. This isn't your mind lying to you. This is more dispassionate honesty and accountability. And that's what feels like is coming up for you. There's some things you're going to have to work through. And I feel like some things that you might want to make amends for in the physical. Because pentacles are about the physical world, things that you want to make some amends for. Go slow, set the intention, and the opportunities will arise. You're doing fine. You're balancing everything into balance. You're going through a tough time. Okay. You're going through a lot of changes right now, and it's going to be very up and down for you. I felt how up and down it is for you. So you're going into a bit of a dip because you have some shadow stuff coming up here. I want you to really lean on your spirituality and your spiritual practice during this time. Find whatever form, as much form as you need to. This is the Hierophant card. This is about tradition, right? And for you, it feels like you're going to need to lean on your rituals, on your practice. When I go through these difficult periods like this, where the shadow comes up and I'm like, oh my God, I start going to church. I'll go to a church. I don't care what church. I will find God in any church, almost any church, right? Or I might go to like a kirtan and do some singing, or I might go to a yoga class. I will increase my experience of the form of my spirituality. Whereas when I'm feeling, like I'm flying high, I don't need as much. Myself is enough form. But sometimes we need more structure. Okay, so increase the structure for your spirituality. If you have like a church that you like, or a spiritual group, or meditation group, or whatever it is that feels resonant with you, go ahead and lean on that right now, because this stuff is sticky when it comes up. And for you particularly, I feel like you have, you're a very kind person. You're a healer. You're very empathic. And so to have this come up, that feels kind of like, oh, I was out of integrity, like where you have been out of integrity. It could sting a little bit more because you are such a beautiful healer. Nothing takes away from that. This doesn't take away from that. But remember, the ego is also going to want to come in and stab at you a little bit. Like, oh, you think you're so great? You can't tell anybody that. What if that means you're not a healer? You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit coming up. Because we do have the 10 of Swords here, which is the step right before the master path. It goes 10, and then it goes daughter. So you're going to be fine. You're doing fine. You're doing great. You're going to get through it fine. It's just going to be a little sticky for you this week because you have some shadow stuff coming up. All right. I love you, Bob. Thank you very much for your support and donating to the mission. And I hope this has been helpful for you. Bev, thank you for your question. And Amy, thanks for jumping in and answering her. Yeah, to get a reading, donate any amount to the Bhava Spiritual Mission. The link is on the screen. It's a PayPal link. If you're having trouble with the PayPal link, let me know and I can throw my Venmo link up for you. But this goes to the Bhava Mission. So if you'd like a reading, go ahead and donate and I will add you to the list, my love. Okay, checking the list. Okay, next we have Vaishu. Hey, Gloria, I'm glad you're here, sweetheart. Am I pronouncing that right? This must be Desert Wolf Star, maybe? Can you let me know? Vaishu, 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 Vaishu Munta. Hey, Kimberly. Yes, Vaishu. Thank you, darling. Okay, thanks. Sorry for butchering your name. Vaishu, that's a beautiful name. What's the origin of that name? I'm curious. Vaishu. Ooh, yeah, that does feel good. That rolls. Okay. What does our beautiful Vaishu need to know for the week ahead? What does Vaishu need to know for the week ahead? Thank you. What does Vaishu need to know for the week ahead? And we still have openings. I definitely still have juice to do readings. So if you want a reading, go ahead and make a donation. Thank you. All right, beautiful Vaishu. What does Vaishu need to know for the week ahead? Thank you, thank you, thank you. 10 of Cups, the Strength, oh, 5 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Honey, I can feel how much you've been working, how much inner work, emotional work you've been doing. You're coming to the end of a really difficult period. You are just like a step or two away from this sort of happily ever after experience, this everything coming into balance, your emotional world coming into the balance. You have worked so hard for this. You have been so strong moving through this really difficult period. You just have the last tendrils of this stuff. So swords, remember, are about the mind. I pronounced it right the first. Dang it. Vaishu. I'm trying. I'm starting to get a little loopy. I apologize. Alternate name for Durga in Sanskrit. Beautiful. Oh my God, I love that. So there has been, this is the last tendrils of the mind coming in and just swatting at you. But you've really anchored in your healing. You've anchored it in. You have anchored it in. Ace of Pentacles is anchoring in really strongly this healing energy. And the result very soon is going to be the 10 of Cups because you're walking away from it. You're letting it go. You're letting go of what has been causing the damage, what has been causing the heartache and the mental ache. You're finally just walking away. And the reason you're able to walk away is because you've really worked at it. You've really worked on yourself. Okay. Let go of the burden. You let go of the burden. The thing about this card is about feeling burdened. And it's by feeling burdened by responsibilities that are not yours. And here's the thing. When we take on, like, humans are designed to be responsible. It's what makes us feel connected to each other. But only if your responsibilities are authentically yours. This burden feeling comes up when we are taking responsibility for what is not yours, for taking on other people's emotions or tasks, or, just taking on too much that is not yours. You have had to go through the very long journey of doing the inner work so that you can decondition yourself and let go of what is not yours so that you can thrive with what is yours. Okay, I'm getting a really strong hit of a child. I'm unclear if it's yours, if it's in the body, or if it's coming, or what it is. But I got that when I looked at this card. It just feels very happy and supportive, and strong and grounded. All right. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for jumping on and being a part of this. It really means the world, and I love you. Okay. Who's next? Still doing some readings, folks. Loving you so much. Okay, we have somebody named Text Savvy. I don't know who that is. Can you please let me know? Please let me know. Text Savvy. Who's Text Savvy? Kimberly, I empathize. I was a single mom for 15 years. It's a lot. It's a lot to be a single mom. You can donate any amount to the Bhava Spiritual Mission. You can donate as little as $1. But the point is, the energetic exchange is really important because I'm tapping into spirit and I'm doing these readings. This is my full-time gig. It's, how I support myself and support my family. So that energetic exchange is really important when I'm doing an individual reading for you. So if you want a reading, donate any amount you are able to the Bhava Spiritual Mission. I'll be happy to put you on the list and give you a reading. Okay, I'm not sure who Text Savvy is, but I'm going to go ahead and do the reading for you. Bob, you are so welcome. My church's nature, with a storm coming in, I'll increase my meditation. I so appreciate your gift. You're so welcome, Bob. Hey, get out in the storm. Get out in the storm. That's my hit. Bundle up and get out in the storm. All right. Or do you mean an emotional storm? That would make more sense. It's summertime, huh? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, darling. Okay, Text Savvy. I'm not sure who you are, sweetheart, but let's go ahead and give you a reading. What does Text Savvy need to know for the week ahead? What does Text Savvy need to know for the week ahead? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, 7 of Wands, 6 of Swords, Justice, Son of Pentacles, and the Mother of Swords. Okay, Text Savvy. you're kind of crawling through life right now is what I'm getting. I'm feeling like you're not making the headway you want to make. You're like, oh, you can see the vision. You know what is coming. You know what you're after, but it feels like it's just, oh, it's just feeling like a little challenging. And the advice for you is this is counterintuitive, take a break from trying so hard. Take a break from struggle. Let yourself be in the moment. Let everything be as it is and be what it is. And then you're going to be able to see things more clearly. You're going to be able to see your direction, and you're going to be able to make some executive decisions that you're not able to make right now because you're struggling forward. You're grasping. When you're working that hard against the energetic flow, you're cutting yourself off from success, from meeting your goals, from receiving guidance, from your executive functions. And so you need to stop, take a break, let it be what it is. Everything is going to work out for you. Everything is going to work out for you, but you need to stop. There's a reason everything is slow. Divine timing is working in your favor. Amy said, I may be tech savvy. I created the PayPal. That was probably for you, Amy. So slow down, my love, and allow things to be what they are. Stop with the struggle, because you have some decisions to make. You need to make some executive decisions, and you need space in order to be able to do that. Things are slow for a reason. Okay. You have everything you need to make the decisions you need to make. Your resources are going to be there. The energy is going to be there. Your brain function, your mind function is going to be there. You have to stop, slow down, and give things space to breathe. I recommend you don't struggle with this. And I'm sure, Amy, around your daughter, you know what's going on. But if you stop struggling and trying to make it better, even inwardly, like make it better, find a solution, get your way out of this, stop for a day. Really allow yourself to just be with what is going on, with what is happening, and try and get into presence and acceptance of what is. Once you get into that place of radical acceptance, next steps will become clear. But they're not going to be clear if you are struggling, because you won't be able to see them. You won't be able to tap into what you need next, what the next move is for you. Okay, sweetie? Amy, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. I love you, and I'm sending you so much love and healing and adoration and admiration for you. Thank you. Okay. Great. Okay. Miss Beautiful Carrie. Carrie, I got you, babe. Yeah, you're welcome, Amy. Thank you so much. What does our sweet Carrie need to know for the week ahead? Thank you, Carrie. Carrie says she's saving it for a big reading from me and Thomas. Right on. Deep dive for myself. That's great. That's going to be really fun. In the meantime, let's look at Carrie's week ahead. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Sun. Oh, that's not a bad card at all. The 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. Wow, the 5 of Pentacles with a star. Interesting. You have 2 of the most positive cards in the deck, right? Boom, hopes and dreams, reaching for them, achieving your hopes and dreams, happiness, well-being, being seen, right? Feeling good about yourself. And then you have all this bullshit. You have the 10 of Wands, which is struggle and too much responsibility. You have the 5 of Wands, which is busyness and feeling like you're not getting ahead. And you have the 5 of Pentacles, which is feeling like financial discomfort, really uncomfortable financially. So here's what I got for you. This and this is all temporary. It is going away because you have this and this. What you're after, what you want, is yours for the taking. And you're going to see that this week. This week, you're finally going to, I don't know about finally, but you're really going to get it. Like, you're going to see the path ahead. You're going to see that all of this struggle and difficulty is totally temporary and transient. You're going to see it. And when you see it, you're going to really reach for that North Star. You're going to see the North Star and you're going to go, that's my true north. That's my true north. And babe, we are headed true north. We are just going to march on through. And we know that this is what's going on right now. We know we're feeling like we have too many responsibilities. We know we feel like we are in just like blah, kind of drowning. We know we don't have a lot of money right now. And we know that that is temporary and we are moving through it. So enjoy this feeling. This stuff, it's real right now. You're going through it. You're experiencing it, but it won't be forever. And you're really going to get that this week. You're really going to get that this week. And that makes me really happy for you. And with getting that, you're going to be drawing in more resources. When you accept it and get that it's temporary and just follow your true north, no matter what, with faith and conviction, leaping and bounding with happiness, don't matter. That's when the resources start to show up. That's when the resources start to show up. Carrie says, holy crap, I sat down, made my goals, walked away again from family, cut the toxic. All right, woo, you're doing it, girl. You are doing the big things. You got this. Thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you for your support, your donation. I love you and I appreciate you. And I'm really glad you're here and you're a part of my life. Okay, who's next? Maureen. We have beautiful Maureen. Hi, lovely. Thank you, Maureen. I'm so glad you're here. What does Maureen need to know this week? What does our beautiful Maureen need to know this week? What does our beautiful Maureen need to know this week? Okay, guys, we have yet another scammer. Message me now privately via Messenger to receive the accurate full life reading. Done. TY. Folks, if it's easy for you, could you please report this person on Facebook? I'm on StreamYard, so I can't get to the Facebook comments right now. I'll go see if it's easy to do. But if it's easy for you, that would be super helpful. And if you can't, that's okay. Just don't get a reading from them. Be a waste of money. Okay, Maureen, what does beautiful Maureen need to know this week? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 7 of Wands, Son of Wands, Daughter of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. I love the confidence I'm feeling. I feel like you're like, I feel this energy of just like a little impatience, a touch of frustration, but more like ready to pounce. I feel that in my root chakra too. Like something's coming up from the root and just, coming all the way up. I'm really feeling that when I look at this card. It's this kind of feeling, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of ready to pounce, a little bit of sass, a little bit of, fuck around and find out kind of an energy. But you're also being slowed down. It's not time to move yet. It's not time to move yet. And that's challenging with these 2 energies. You got this one, like, look at this bad boy, ready. Oh, you are ready. And not so much. 2 of Swords is like, hang on. You don't have all the information yet. It's not yet time to make a decision. You don't have all the information to make a decision. So what do you need to do? You need to go into self-care, my love. You need to allow this time to gel, to be what it is. You need to go into self-care because you need to work on some stuff that's coming up for you that you're really aligned, but you could do some fine tuning. This is a time for fine tuning. And then very soon you're going to start that journey, that trek up that mountain. And you have lots of energy for that trek up the mountain. You have lots of energy for it. You are ready to scale this mountain and you're going to do it successfully, but not yet. So this week, there's going to be some frustration. Yeah, you're going to blow everything up. You are changing everything. This is the Tower. This is like all the things that created and contributed to your identity that are not serving you, that are not who you authentically are going away. Now, this is intense. The Tower card is intense. I'm not going to lie, because it's big change. And humans are hardwired to resist change, even though it's the only constant. We just are. So, and I feel like you are doing this. I feel like you are tearing it all down because you're done. It feels to me like you're getting to the place where you're really just done, but not yet. Hang tight. Okay. So this week, you got this, right? And you just got to get into this. Redirect your focus to self-care. Cultivate patience. Stay present. You have some fine-tuning to do with your energy. All right. You're really close. You're almost there. It's just kind of locking in, right? That's all you need to do. So that's this week for you, is self-care and fine-tuning, trusting, knowing I'm here to assure you it's coming. Shift and change is happening. Change is happening. Okay. Thank you so much, Maureen, for being here. Thank you for your donation and your support. I'm really glad that you're here. I love you, and I'm glad you're a part of my life. Okay, Sael said, my husband just bought a reading. He's listening in under Azaline Astral Crystals. Okay, let me check. I'm still open for readings. I'm happy to be doing it. Yep, I got you. Astral Chrysalis Designs. I like it. Okay, and what's your name, darling? Maureen says, thank you fiercely. You're welcome fiercely, my love. Okay, what is your husband's name? Azaline? Sael? Sael's husband? Okay, Spirit. What do we need to know for Sael's husband for the weekend? Aurelius. Okay, I like it. Aurelius. Okay, what does Aurelius need to know? What does Aurelius need to know? Thank you. What does Aurelius need to know this week? Thank you. Thank you. All right, Aurelius. Woohoo! The Star, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Cups, the Chariot, the Daughter of Cups. Will fuck. That's pretty cool. Okay, what I'm picking up from this, Aurelius, is you are on track. And I feel like you've worked for this. I feel like you've been hustling. You have been hustling for a long time. Not hustling in the regular way that we think of hustling, but hustling like energetic hustling, focused. You've been focused. You've been really, really focused. You've been honing in on your focus. You've been working on your mindset. You've been working on your energy. You've really been, really going for it. And things are about to hit. They are so close to hitting. You have the Hanged Man here, which means there's a little bit of a pause. But this pause is going to really benefit you in the long run, because this is about gathering more wisdom. And you need a little bit more wisdom before it starts really barreling off to the races. But I think forward movement has probably already started. But it's really going to hit very, very soon. Not this week with the Hanged Man, but very, very soon. These other cards are incredible. The Star, your true north. Like I talked about with Carrie's reading, your true north, your hopes and dreams, what you want. You've identified it. You know where you're headed. And sometimes we just know how we want to feel. That's enough. But for you, I feel like like you've really honed in and focused on this. You've really been working on the power of your mind and your focus, and it is paying off in dividends. The Chariot means things are going, and they're going fast, and you don't control the timing. Okay. But again, you have the Hanged Man here. So hang on. It's like the bow being pulled back. The bow's right here, and you're aiming, and it's about to let loose. And when it does, boom, you don't control the speed of that arrow. That arrow, the speed of that arrow is based on the wisdom that you gained, the focus that you have put in, incredible focus. The Hanged Man tarot card is based on the story of Odin. And Odin sacrificed his left eye for wisdom. And what he did is he gave his left eye to the Norns, the three witches, in exchange to be hung from the tree of Yggdrasil. There's the tree of life, to gaze into its root system, to gain the wisdom of the runes. This is about gaining wisdom. And when you gain that wisdom, that arrow is going to fly, and it's going to be short, and it's going to be true. It's going to be true. You're going to get what you want, and you're going to feel really good about it. And you're going to have help too. All right. You're going to have a lot of people in your life who are going to reflect back to you your successes in a really positive way. You won't stop working, because that's not your style. You won't stop working. You won't stop creating. You won't stop practicing. You won't stop, because you are passionate, and you are committed, and you are focused. And it's awesome. So this is a really great week. The only gotcha is you might feel some impatience, but when you do, just take a breath and remember Odin. Maybe look up that story. See if you get more out of it than just my little simple explanation. It's powerful though. You have really great cards this week, and you've really been going for it. Been tough lately, but this gives me hope. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good, Aurelius. Very good. You are so welcome. My pleasure. Okay. Just checking the list, folks. All right, we have beautiful Gloria. All right, beautiful Gloria. What is our lovely, fabulous, and amazing Gloria need to know this week? Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Aurelius and Sael, for your contribution to the Bhava mission, for being here, for being a part of my life, for being a support. It's really such a pleasure to be able to tune in for you. I'm really glad I got to give you some really good news because you've been working on that and you got this. Okay, what does our beautiful Gloria need to know? What does our beautiful Gloria need to know for the week ahead? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we're gone 1 hour and 11 minutes. 1:11. And in 9, 10, 1:11, 11. Holy shit. Okay, Gloria, this is for you, my love. Father of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, the Devil, the 7 of Wands, and the Father of Cups. Sometimes when everything is safe, that's when we really are able to allow the stuff that is to bubble up that we've been suppressing and holding down as a way to survive, as a way to like keep our life manageable. And I feel like you've experienced some sense of relief. Feels like it's around money and resources, or you're going to. This is really good. That relief is going to bring up open up space to bring up some stuff for you to deal with, for you to acknowledge and then release. This is shadow. This is the stuff we don't really want to look at because we don't want to admit that there's some dark and seedy parts inside of us. But we all got it, right? We are all made of light and shadow. And the journey is to fall in love with your shadow. And when you fall in love with your shadow, you transform it into your spiritual superpower. It becomes a part of your spiritual tool set. And I just get this feeling that space is opened up or is opening up, giving you some breathing room. And then this comes roaring to the surface. So it might shock you. It might surprise you. You're like, what the hell is this? And there might be a tendency to over focus on the negative and forget about the relief inducing positive that you have experienced. You're on higher ground than you think you are. Like you're doing better than you think you are. You're always doing better than you think you are, is what Spirit is saying to me. You just came in with a really solid energetic foundation. You have a lot of emotional maturity that you can bring to this experience, this shadow experience. Things are going to come up because you had this, whew, okay, that's taken care of. Oh, what the heck is this? And it can be like, what? Why is this coming up? But approach it with your emotional maturity. And you will be able to move through this and process this and release the attachment you have to or the fear, which is another form of attachment. Oh, remember this, folks. Fear is another form of attachment. Fear is attachment. You want to be non-attached as much as possible. When you're non-attached, you're in a flow of unconditional love. Okay? That doesn't mean you don't care when you're non-attached. It means you are unconditional, right? When you're not attached. Fear is another form of attachment. So you can approach this fear that's coming, it feels like big fear, with emotional maturity and get into presence with it so that you can let the rest of the good stuff in, because there's more on its way. There's more on its way. Yeah, Gloria, you have a lot of fear. Yeah, and remember this too. The amount of fear we have is directly proportionate to the amount of power we have. Okay, so all of my really anxious bunnies out there, you're anxious because you're powerful, and your fear is in direct proportion to that power, to that empowered being. Okay, so your mind lies to you. And fear is the story that we attach to the physical experience. Like when you feel fear, you feel a physical sensation in your body. Our mind interprets that as dangerous. But the truth is, your mind could just as easily interpret it as exciting because it's just a physical sensation in the body. All right, so that's something that will come up for you this week, Gloria, and approach it with your emotional maturity because you have plenty of it. You can absolutely get through this. Okay. All right, checking the list. Open for readings. Okay, Gloria, thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for being a part of this community, and thank you for being in my life. I really so appreciate you. Yeah, so appreciate you. Thank you. One more card for you. Let go. Let go. Let go. When you take a handful of sand, if you hang on to it really tight, weirdly, the sand most of it comes out of your hand. But if you hold it loosely, all the sand stays in your hand. You're fine on your resources, honey. You're fine on your resources is what Spirit is saying to me. You're fine on your resources. Okay, folks, I have some juice if we want to do some more, another few readings. Let me check the list and see if anybody wants a reading, because I'm here. Nope, it looks like we got through everybody. If I missed you, let me know, but nope, I believe we got through everybody. But thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for showing up, for being a part of this community, for being a support, for your donations, and for allowing me to tune in for you and share my gift, my love with you. I appreciate you so much. If you found this helpful, please share this out with your friends, with your family. Come back next week. Bring your friends. Let's expand this community, make it even bigger and badder and more wonderful, and be of service for expanding our own frequency and taking this out into the collective, raising the consciousness of this beautiful planet. Here we are in the new earth. Let's ground it in and make it happen. And if you want to get a private reading with me, that is linked in the description of the video. Just go to my website. Go ahead and book it from there. And if you want to learn psychic mediumship, I have my pop-up group. I'm going through October 9th. Join the We Be Psychic Bitches, 2 Z's at the end. I got some flies around in here. Come and join in, and I will teach you what I know. I'll cram as much into our time together as I possibly can, because I think it's really important that we are tapped into our intuition and that we trust ourselves, because when we trust ourselves, we can love ourselves, and then we can take our magic out into the world, and you are needed. And I think one of the most powerful first steps is learning to trust your own intuition. So I got you, babe. All right. Thank you again so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And I will see you next week for sure. Right? Right? I love you. Thank you.